Hello, uh, my name is Chris. I'm Kimberly's son. I'm the one that films these short little snippets of my mom. I try to help her with her physical therapy. And a lot of people don't know what we're up to, but I left town for about almost a year anyway. I went up to Portland for a potential solid job opportunity, but I'm back. I've been back for about 6 weeks, and a lot of people, I think this is my second video of, just the last video was an upload because it said something about what I was up to, but it wasn't really encompassing about what my mom and I are up to. So my mom had a stroke 3 years ago, and she's been in a facility. She's had a long-term boyfriend of 30 some odd years, helping with a lot of her bills. And although he's also an older man, he can't physically help with her physical therapy. So me being young and fit, I'm the only one strong enough to lift her. So just here to give you a little bit more detail, because I haven't really explained who I am or what I'm up to. Obviously you see a little bit of what I've uploaded with my mom. So 3 years ago my mom had a stroke, a fairly serious one. It's been a very arduous experience for her and of course our immediate family. So before I left for Portland to take my job opportunity, my job personally, I was a self-employed, still am as I'm back, IT professional, doing a lot of house calls for both small businesses and residences. I'm using my downtime to help my mom. That's what I'm up to. So I went to Portland for a little less than a year. The only reason I left is for a solid, well-paying job opportunity. Turned out not to be what they actually advertised. Held that job for a couple weeks. Tried to find a couple other jobs while I was up there. Were not very good paying jobs, but I figured I would try something out because the universe brought me up there for some odd reason. So stuck it out for about 10 months. The details aren't really necessary given the topic of conversation here. So anyway, my name is Chris, and I'm a little disheveled at the moment. I went to the gym earlier, and one of the reasons I decided to go to the gym is because while I can lift my mom in and out of her bed in her wheelchair, I didn't feel terribly confident about it. I personally am also a stroke survivor. Mine happened before I was born. Relatively speaking, I do consider my experience less arduous, less traumatic than most, because having half your function taken from you midlife is a little more horrific than showing up on Earth with half your function missing. So anyway, I think this is just my first video here on this channel, telling people a little more detail, explaining a little bit more about me. You've seen a lot of the uploads that I've given of my mom. So really the only thing we can do is give her as much physical therapy as possible. I'm using as much of my spare time as possible to get her in and out. It seems like she can only walk a very limited amount of time. Her affected side is extremely limited. And I've been trying very hard to get her to walk. The difference between now and before I left for Portland is that she's not in so much pain. Her affected side before I left was in so much pain that was really what was slowing her down from working harder. Now, when her professional physical therapy or insurance provided physical therapy walks her, I can actually continue to walk her a second time in the day. So I get her out of a facility and I walk her anywhere between 50 and 100, sometimes up to 200 feet a day. And I try to take those videos if it's appropriate. Obviously, she's not stable on her legs. She kind of looks like she's about to topple over sometimes, and it's just me. So I usually don't have an opportunity to film Obviously filming is not the priority. So when I get her in a safe position, like the other day, I uploaded a video of her sitting at a bench style chair while we ate lunch. And she was trying to find her new normal because as she tried to lean back, she was afraid because her her left side, for me it's my right side that's affected, she couldn't feel anything. She's starting to realize what I realized when I was 6 years old. When she taught me how to ride a two-wheeler, I refused to make right-handed turns. Now again, my experience has been sort of difficult, but I'm trying to be modest and recognizing that having half your function taken halfway through life or at any point, usually in later life, is a scary thing. I didn't experience that. And in a lot of ways, when you're born this way, people underestimate you. They don't know your true abilities. So in a way, sometimes when people call me amazing, I kind of make one of these expressions because I see people without limbs. I see people that are physically not able to do anything because they're stuck in a bed. I've known people who are bedridden. So, well, I've been through a lot. I do consider my disability relatively mild. So if you want to comment on what my life has been like over the last 45 years, you can go ahead. I will continue to upload video of my mom as she continues to progress. When I take snippets of her movement and physically walking or just sitting up, getting her core strong. That's part of why she couldn't walk, because she was in such pain that her core was weak. So, and this happened during COVID, her first facility that took her in. It's amazing to see how poor our public system is. Our insurance our insurance that we have is. So again, I don't like talking politics, but that's when I realized the hard way I needed to get her as much physical help as possible, because what we pay for, what comes out of our paychecks, is not enough. Physical therapy is about the only thing you can do. There's some experimental options that are available, but they're expensive. But in order to get her to those options, we need to get her to where she can jump on a plane. I'm not going to talk about the actual experimental procedure I found online yet, because it's worthy of its own video. But that is where that's where I'm headed, because physical therapy is good, but I don't know how many years it's going to take for her to walk unassisted. And we're kind of on a crunch, because if you can't get someone to walk unassisted at a certain pace, the statistics are not that great. So that's really where I am. I'll upload more conversation of me, and not just my mom's physical progress. Sometimes she's not very energetic, because when I get her, she's already done her physical therapy at the facility. So if it's appropriate and she looks a little more energetic, I'll put her on camera and we can get to know her too. So my name is Chris, and I'm the one behind the camera. I guess that's all I have for today. Go ahead and comment with questions, comments, and yeah, I don't really have time to sit behind a computer and edit some highly polished offering, so this is all you get. Have a good day.